have prepared questions, and maybe some in here will share the answers you're giving and learn from you. So, Robert, you grew up in Switzerland. Your father had a bicycle shop in Zurich. Why didn't you take over the family business?
I couldn't understand what you said.
So, your father had a bicycle store in Zurich. And why didn't you take over this family business?
Did I come over here?
Why didn't you
Well, my grandfather had a bicycle shop. He fabricated bicycles in Basel. Well, if you go in Switzerland, you want to get out because it's a small country. I'm glad I came out in 1947. And I came to America because I knew America was a big country and it was the future. And when you're alone like this, you are interested in the future and you think about it. And when I came here, it was a big step, and I knew I wouldn't go back like many of my family or cousins or what. They came here and they left because life here was harder, much harder than they would have it in Switzerland. But I stayed, and I'm glad I stayed because it wouldn't have been the same to go back there. And it's a good thing not to go back in your life. You stay visit and you see what the new life brings, and what America brought to me was what I am now, because without coming here, I would be a comfortable citizen of Switzerland, which is a good country. They say so. They wait for it. Okay.
So, your father, Henry Frank, was an amateur photographer, taking quite good photos on glass plates. Was this inspiration for you to become a photographer?
No. Well, I must have learned something, and I watched him take photographs. It was certainly, it left an impression on me that you could achieve something. And well, my father, when I went to visit Switzerland, he looked at me and he said, "I'm a photographer too. I don't understand why you don't come back. You can photograph here too." But I understood that in America you had a choice, and you could be free, and you could become something that you couldn't become in Switzerland. I don't know, I never tried it there, but yeah, I am very happy to have come to this country and was able to leave a mark here. And I'm certainly glad I met Steidl here. We are a good pair. Yeah. And well, I'm very glad to see the pictures here, to see how much care Steidl takes to make it good, and to especially show the contact sheets, which one can learn a lot from when you study the contact sheets, how a photographer works. And yeah, can I say?
So you had many gallery shows and museum shows all your lifetime around the world, around the globe, and this is an exhibition which is especially made for universities, high schools, academies, for the young generation. And everything is printed on newsprint, nothing is signed, and at the end of the show, the prints will be destroyed, so there's nothing left for the art market. Don't you think your gallerists will hate you? Don't you think your gallerists will hate you because this is an exhibition which cannot make too much, you cannot make any money out of this exhibition by selling prints?
I don't understand. Would my gallery be unhappy?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think they understand that one moves forward. So it's a very good thing to move forward and to you know, it's wonderful the way he can bring a photography exhibition to a place that is free. People can walk in and look at it and make up their mind. And the prints are printed on not just like a precious photograph, but they are part of the daily, you know, the daily newspaper in a way. And in that way, I think the photography comes to life again. That's important for a photographer if he lives long enough to see it. And well, I'm happy to be here and to see all these people come and look at it and listen to, I suppose, what we have to say about it. Well, to see my photographs again, they make you really think back about your life, and it's in a way it has both sides. In a way it's not good to look back, it would be better to look forward, but I'm happy to see the photographs, to live again and to be appreciated. And sometimes the photograph can live longer because it becomes an image that will live longer in people's mind and they remember it. And that probably is the best thing about my photography. And so I'm here to say thank you and come again.
So thank you, Robert. But just one last question. So you are a young man. What are your next plans? You are a young man. What are your next plans to do?
Well, I want to go home and well, I like to be in America, and I think it's the country that has given me big room and have given me encouragement that I wouldn't have had in Europe. I have it here, and it's the place to be. For me, it worked out that way, and well, yeah, it's an important step you make when you decide to leave Switzerland, because it's a country that gives you all the comfort and all the security and that I think you could use. But I didn't have that mentality, and I wanted to get away from my parents, from Switzerland. And the only way to break that is to get away from there and make a life somewhere else. And it's the best place to be is to come to America. It might not be like this now for many young people, but at that time it definitely was. And I'm thankful to have come here and to be here, to stay here with Steidl and look at all the people who come to see the work. And I see how he printed the work. It's very nice to have them printed like that, not just precious photographs that you could sell for a lot of money. It's a good feeling to see it that way, see the photography used that way. And so I'm really thankful for Steidl to have made it possible for many years now that we work together and know each other. So he is a big help to me. And well, I've always been glad to live in America and be here. And to, well, I don't know what else to say. I married a nice woman that's an American woman. Proud of her. Her name is jovial. I've made many friends here, good friends, and I had a very good life here in New York. And we travel every year, we go somewhere else. I mean, we travel around in America, we go to Tucson, where it's warmer. And, well, it was a good step to come to America, I assure you. Yeah. So I let Steidl talk a little bit about what has happened.
So, Robert, thank you very much. It was nice to talk with you. And people have now the chance to buy the exhibition catalog, which is a newspaper, and to look to the photos on the walls. And I think students will discover your work within the next weeks and be excited about it.
And if anybody has any questions that they want to ask me or Steidl, I'm absolutely happy to give you the right answer. I can make up an answer too. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing to work with rock groups, or is it problematic to work with rock groups?
Yeah, I can't say it wasn't exciting to work with them. They were very good to me. I thought that a good bunch of people. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I have a question. How did you ever edit 83 photographs from 70,000? I find that mind-boggling. Did you do it yourself, did you help, or?
Well, that's when you become a photographer, you will be faced with a choice of having to choose of thousands of pictures that you take. So you must have a clear mind what you want to say and how you can say it. So it was good. I was able to use my brain and put together 80 pictures that summed up long months of years of work. And I'm proud of this, that I was able to do that, make a book, and didn't have to make another bigger book or better. Yeah.
A lot of photography
students in here right now, what advice would you give them?
What is my advice for the students?
I have advice, I keep your eyes open.